Welcome to GenRocket. In this video, we're covering the GenRocket ecosystem. So what's in the GenRocket ecosystem? There's a cloud component and there's an on-premise component. Let's talk about the cloud component. In the cloud component, there are going to be different test data projects. Those relate to applications or databases typically, and they can have project versioning. And there's 10 different methods to set up a test data project, to accelerate the setup, to do it quickly and easily. The most popular is our XTS or extract table schema that can very quickly set up a database or application inside GenRocket as a project. Now, once we're going to start producing synthetic data, we'll build out a variety of different test data scenarios. And against those scenarios, we can apply different test data cases with rules, blend in real data values, queries like account numbers, member IDs, and we can package those up into stories and epics. That all gets bundled in the project. The important thing here is there's no customer data sitting out here. It's just a synthetic project. So we're modeling a project, we're designing the data that we need, but we're not storing any customer data out here. So with all the kinds of security audits and reviews that we've gone through, there's no security issues here. Validated very much in the marketplace around that. And inside the project, you have availability of a lot of different data generators for whatever generated data you need, and a lot of receivers for the kinds of formats that you need. So you might be putting data into a SQL database or NoSQL database, or sending it over a REST API. The point is, whichever receiver or combination that you use, you can format and deliver the data wherever you want to. That all gets designed and modeled up here in the cloud. Now, those sync over to a repository service, kind of like Git, except specifically for GenRocket. And this automatically manages the refreshing of scenarios, the cases, the stories, the epics, the configuration files. All of this that gets set up as a project auto syncs over here. So a user, a tester, doesn't have to worry about any of that. That automatically synced. Now the fun begins, because you've of course got needs for data. And when you've got your particular test case, you sync up a test data case, and that can be launched manually if you want to by a command line, GenRocket dash small r right there, or that can be launched by Jenkins or a batch file or a shell script. My point being is that there's numerous ways to be able to launch the data from an individual case or a story or a full epic to fully populate an application or a workflow, just depending upon the particular requirements. And notice this is all happening securely on-premise, whether this is in your physical on-prem environment or your cloud on-prem environment. This all happens here. This little runtime that is installed is a runtime that runs on Java. So it'll run on Linux, Mac, Windows machines, quickly and easily installed. And again, you're starting to see what a secure implementation this is, because there's no data sitting out here. We're just bringing over synthetic data scenarios. These are instruction sets. We've got a little Java runtime that executes those and delivers synthetic data on demand in real time to the testing environment. And if we're going to be connecting to a database or application, that connection happens within the secure on-prem environment. Lastly, you'll notice over here we have a multi-user server. Some customers have their own test automation frameworks, homegrown or internally developed. And this is just yet another way that we can integrate the provisioning of data into that framework. It could be through a runtime or the multi-user server. Just the point is that there's a variety of different tools in the ecosystem to meet each customer's unique data requirements. Thank you for listening to this GenRocket video.